just fell out. How does that go back in there? Okay. Let's put that back in there. Okay. So it sits in there like that. And what happens, let me get the hammer, is in the hammer there's a notch right here on the back. Alright, and when you put the hammer back into the frame, you want to make sure that little pin, the pin going through the hammer, goes underneath it. Alright? And what happens is, as the gun, as you pull the trigger, and the tension for the hammer spring goes down, and the hammer comes down and strikes the firing pin, when all of that energy is expended already, alright, what it does is this spring is tensioned, and it pulled, and after the hammer is done firing and all of that energy is gone from the hammer spring, this little tiny spring just boop, pulls it back just a little bit. Alright, so it pulls the hammer off of the firing pin. Okay. And that right there, that's 100% disassembled frame, lower frame, okay? Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and disassemble the upper, the slide. What I'm going to do is take it apart, and we're also going to take out the firing pin so I can install the spring kit. So taking this one down is pretty simple. It's just general field strip, push the recoil rod back in, lift it up, you got the recoil spring, comes apart. You want to go ahead and lift up and out your barrel. Okay, this is normally, you know, as far as you go for general cleaning, field stripping. I'm not going to take out the sights. They're perfectly fine. So this is the part, I mean, I've never done this half before. So what I'm going to do is take out the firing pin retaining pin and this whole assembly here. The way that they have it, you want to punch the pin out from right to left. Reason being, I know with some of the older models, and I think for this one too, the hole on the left side is slightly bigger than the hole on the right side. Sig throughout the years has used different. They've used the dual roll pin, where there's one inside of another one, and that is on some of the older years. They do use the solid pin, and mine's a new model too. But you notice they use either or, the solid pin or this roll pin. So let's try it out. Take it out. From right to left. And my punch isn't long enough, so maybe I can wiggle it out almost all the way. I don't know. I might have to find something else to punch it all the way out. But as you can see, the firing pin popped out a little bit there. So this pin is no longer holding the firing pin in, okay? And I found this out from the American Gunsmithing Institute video on this disassembly. What's holding it in now, actually, is the locking pin safety block, alright? So you'll see that the firing pin popped out a little bit, okay? And the firing pin safety block is what's holding it in, and vice versa, the firing pin is actually what's holding the firing pin safety block in. So when you push this, the firing pin's going to go ahead and pop out. There you go. Alright, firing pin came out. And when you release that, there you go. The firing pin safety block is now free. Okay. And the spring came out. That's the spring right there. Okay. When it goes back into the frame, you're going to have that L notch upper right. Okay. I got to remember this myself too. And here's our firing pin. Clean that up. It's got a little bit of gunk on it, so. Let's see if we can take this apart. There you go. Take off the firing pin spring. What can I do to get this? Probably what I'm going to do, just going to leave the pin like that. And I do have a roll pin punch. So what I'm going to do is we'll just use the same one. The GrayGuns kit did come with a solid firing pin safety pin. And probably if I do it again, I'll change it, but this one's fine for now. If you look at it, the firing pin this is what it backs out on, what it bottoms out on when it releases and stuff. You know, this one still is in good shape, so I think we can get away with reusing it. Okay, let me just clean a little bit of these parts right here, and we'll come back for the next part. And what we'll do is put in all the springs and do reassembly. Alright.